Hey you guys, it's your Thursday host, the Witchy Dude. So our topic this week is, well, this video will be about reincarnation. So to start off, what is reincarnation? Reincarnation is when, your body passes on, but your soul, your body just dies, stops working, your host, and your soul then moves on to whatever you want to believe it is. I just call it the spirit world because that's the easiest way. The spirit plane, spirit world, whatever you want to call it, where you meet with your guides and then go on from there, and eventually you are reborn again into another body. It could be on Earth, could be elsewhere. Anyways, so just to start off, one of my favorite authors that has anything to do with this is Michael Newton, and his first book is called Journey of Souls. I only have Destiny of Souls, but he does hypnotherapy and he sends people back, and I don't remember how, his other book tells how he actually figured out how to do it, but he sends people back to a certain point to like near birth, and then he does something to them and sends them back before that. And he can send them back to their life before that, and move on from there. Depending on how the person's soul and self-conscious lets them go back, how far they can. So, awesome book. Totally check it out. You can get them in a lot of places, Barnes and Nobles, and most bookstores will carry them. But I tried doing diagrams and you couldn't find any paper, so I used an old binder. So the blue thing, okay, let's see how this works. Okay, looks like we're gonna be aiming this way. Alright, so here's this. Start at this level first. Or not, maybe right here. Okay, so I guess we'll use the pen. So this here, I'm gonna be honest, was supposed to be a body. Dead, and ended up falling apart because I was using paint pens. So here's the body. This is what happens when you die. You're bye-bye. There's no more you. I mean, you're you, but you're not you. So this is dead. Bye-bye. This right here would be your soul after it has left your body, and it's either, most of the time, it seems like you end up watching yourself for a little while. Maybe there's a family member here, and you have the choice to be drawn up, and when most people describe it as being a tunnel, but to be drawn up into this tunnel and out into the spirit world, which I have on the other side of what people say it looks like. And these arrows are just indicating that tug to go over here. These question marks are just because you have the option. You're confused, most likely. You're trying to think about what happened, why you're looking at yourself and your body. And you start to piece it together pretty easily. You start to get your actual conscience, your you, rather than not being you in your body and becoming a new you. But then you have these little white squigglies over here, and these are to show that you can go wherever you want, but you're always going to have this pool. And whether or not you want to follow that pool is all up to you, which I think is why a lot of what we call ghosts are here, who are very not so happy. So yeah, that would be us when we die. And then on the back, and I'm sorry, it kind of looks like stars, and I was trying to I was just trying to show what it would look like as best as I can. Okay. So, hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if the light's in the way, but it can help. So, when you get there, supposedly, you may be met by a guide. You might be met by family members from your past lives who have died. You're just surrounded by souls that you recognize, and in whatever form you recognize them in. And you have conversations and whatnot. But then sometimes that doesn't happen. You were just face to face with your guide. You have a long discussion about whatever you did that was completely wrong. Whether you just took the cheap way out, suitable. It depends. Okay, just go reference the book. from the hypnotherapy that he's done on people, some people who have committed suicide for legitimate reasons, not just because they thought, I just don't want to be here anymore, it's the easy way out. People who had legitimate reason to commit suicide, whether it's because they were held hostage or something, they weren't talked to the same way that people who had a plan out, people who just wanted to leave and just get on to the next life, pretty much, I guess is what I'm saying, but they're more like, kind of, yeah, they have to go through a little meeting thing. But so I pretty much with this is I'm just trying to show that from what it supposedly looks like. I haven't been there myself, but you have all these little souls just kind of out, and it's a very vast space. But then you'll have groupings, and of course it's not going to look exactly like this. I mean, there's other smaller groupings too, and they might just look like light for all I know. But I'm just trying to show is that there will be groupings, and sometimes you're always by yourself, sometimes you're with other people. From what I understand, when there's groupings, it kind of glows. But, I mean, you really can't say you know anything about reincarnation because, I mean, even with hypnotherapy, you don't know if you're actually seeing what happens or you're seeing what you want to see happen. And that's really all I have on this whole little spiel on reincarnation and afterlives and past lives and afterlife. Wait, what is that? Heaven, whatever you want to call it. That is totally bogus to me. I don't see how you can just live in bliss for the rest of eternity. Or hell. I don't like that either. Just don't even bring that up. Pain and suffering, which is your punishment, but how can you learn from your punishment if you never leave? So, I hope this video helped someone. I hope my drawings were somewhat understandable. And blessings, you guys.